We're going gourmet in the NTI kitchen today. That's right, we're cooking a pan-seared ribeye with a cannabis dry rub. If you haven't already watched our canna butter video, start there, because we'll be using that to make our steak. We'll start with the dry rub. You'll need 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, 3 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of dry oregano, 2 tablespoons of coarsely ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of light brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of cannabis, your hand grinder, a baking sheet, and a storage container. First, we need to decarb the cannabis. This activates the THC, CBD, and cannabinoids, all the good stuff. To do this, preheat your oven to 220 degrees. While the oven is preheating, break down your cannabis with a hand grinder until it's the perfect consistency for rolling a joint. Place the broken down cannabis onto a baking sheet and bake it in the oven for about 45 minutes. You'll want to stir your cannabis every 10 or so minutes just to make sure it doesn't burn. You'll know it's decarb when it's a brownish green color. Finally, remove it from the oven and allow it to cool. Next step, what you're gonna do is pour all of your ingredients into your container. And now we're gonna shake it up. The way this smells, this steak's gonna be fire. For the next part of your recipe, you'll need a 1.5 pound ribeye, that's 1.5 inches thick, a tablespoon of olive oil, our cannabis dry rub, a teaspoon of canna butter, an oven-safe frying pan, tongs, and a spoon. Next, what you're gonna wanna do is take your steak and add your cannabis rub on it. Don't be too skimpy on it, okay? And now you're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes. While your steak is resting, preheat your oven to 500 degrees. Once the oven preheats, place a frying pan on the stove on high for 5 minutes. Now place the steak in the center of the frying pan for 30 seconds without moving it. Add the can of butter to the top of the steak, then flip it with tongs and cook it for another 30 seconds. Next, put the pan straight into the oven for 2 minutes for a medium rare steak. Flip the ribeye and cook for another 2 minutes. Add another minute in the oven for each level of doneness. For example, medium requires 3 minutes on each side. Once you've cooked your steak to the desired temperature, remove it from the pan, place it on a plate, and cover it loosely with aluminum foil for about 2 minutes. This cannabis-infused dry rub steak is to die for. I can't wait to eat it. Maybe put some asparagus and some potatoes on the side. Thanks for cooking with me today. For more recipes, follow or subscribe to NTI.